Right, welcome to Banshee. I believe the third least popular frame last year. You know, the one that medically can't survive and is useless and so on. We're gonna have a look at her today. We got some builds going for you here. I'll give you a warning here and feel free to throw a like and appreciation. If you don't want to aim on the fly, this is not going to be a build for you. To some extent, that's not even my normal playstyle, so I would totally understand. But let's hop over into the build, shall we? So let's have a look at the build here. Over here we got the Archon shards. This is another one where you definitely want the casting speed. That will do you a lot of good for various reasons. Whether you need two of them is up to you. Some of the rest of this is flex slots. This doesn't matter unless you're using a heat secondary. Duration is always just kind of a good boost, and energy is the build's a little energy hungry, and we'll get into that. It's also why we have Zenric. Let's have a look at our Banshee. Today, Arsenal. Thank you. So, on here, just a quick rundown of her abilities. This actually is important. The passive silences her weapons, all of them. This will be very important in a few steps. Sonic Boom. By itself, this just kind of throws enemies back. It does barely any damage. It's very minor crowd control, but we have equipped the Sonic Fracture Augment in order to have a 100% armor reduction as well. So everything that's in 30 meters in front of us, and this does seem to go through walls in my testing as well, uh, goodbye armor, as well as being crowd controlled. And if you aim it right, you can put them all into a corner and kind of group them. Wouldn't totally rely on that. We've got Sonar. Sonar is Banshee's almost kind of trademark ability. She shoots out a pulse and it puts these little weak points that you can see. They're blue in the video, mine are red. Because I like easy, simple, established video game logic and communication. When you shoot those weak points, your damage will be multiplied by that damage multiplier number you can see down there, which is 7.2x before our molt augmented or anything else kicks off. That's obviously a lot. That's basically a clairvo crit for a lot of weapons. Obviously the caveat that, as I mentioned in the intro, is you have to aim at those weak spots, and they aren't always going to pop up nicely on the guy's torsos like they do in this little video. They're kind of random. The augment we have down there is Resonance, which if you kill someone by shooting their weak spot, it sets off Sonar again for the rest of the duration. So we can have this spreading effect for 49. That goes up a little bit because we're multi-efficiency arcane in real use. 50 some seconds. We'll just have this spreading weak point thing, and the weak points will actually stack on top of each other, so you can hit more than one. Then you're suddenly getting 14, 21, 28. You can quickly see where that spirals into. Basically, you can one-tap Steel Path enemies without even doing the armor strip. Silence! This is one I've seen a lot of people, particularly when they're reviewing the Helminth, just completely underrate. It's one of the most unique abilities in the game and one of the most powerful defensive abilities in the game. Not for that stupid little stun. That stupid little stun is stupid. They can't be stunned twice by it, and they get out of it fairly quick. Uh, don't it's not something. It's not bad. You can having the enemy stun as you approach, particularly with the range that we want for Sonar and Sonic Boom. We're usually going to silence them before we even get into the room with them, so a lot of the times that you won't even notice they're stunned. The more important part of silence is it turns off enemy abilities. If you've ever met that one, it's Violence, I think, Acolyte, you can't use your powers around him. That's what he's doing to you. That means no Arson Xmas waves. No Guardian Xmas giving damage resistance. No Leech Xmas healing the enemies. No Energy Leech Xmas. No Mutalised Ospreys doing their little poison dash. No Ancient Auras. No Ancient Disruptor Auras. You may get the picture at this point. No Stomps. So on. Last but not least, Banshee's original 4 is her Earth Sonic Earthquake thing where she locks herself to the ground and shoots out sonic waves. It's utter garbage, clearing anything except the most lowest of low level. It used to be better. It got nerfed as an AFK farming strat in an era where they just nerf things instead of reworking them when that came up. Anyways, that's the one you're going to Helminth off or whatever you want to Helminth on. But in our case, remember this, I said it would be important that her weapons are always silenced. We've Helminth on Cloak Arrow. Also a noise arrow, but you want to use the Cloak Arrow. Cloak Arrow, which I'll show off in a second, it's actually just one in the video there, gives you AoE field of invisibility to stand in. You can also put it on teammates or on enemies or whatever the hell you want, anything except yourself. You can even shoot your companion if you're really good. That means invisible Banshee, who is also silenced, cannot be detected by enemies. You can sit in a room aiming and picking your weak spots forever, and silence will shut down most of the AoE as well. And that will show off more in the actual gameplay. Moving into the build, brief respite. We are having shield gate in our back pocket basically. Quick tap of this or this for shield gate. We've got range in there, some duration. You do need some power. We've got flow so we don't run out. Prime Vigor just gives us a little bit of survivability if we get into a bad situation. If you wanted to be the hardcore shield gator, you could take that out and adapt as you want. And we want lots of range because we want this thing to basically cover the level constantly. Multi-augmented will just build up some extra strength. Multi-efficiency just gives us some extra duration while our shields are active. Given that we're usually going to be invisible or otherwise not actually being shot at, our shields are going to be active 90% of the time. So it's just free duration. If you're really struggling with, if you are finding you're having trouble with the energy, you could throw Energize in here or Arcane Steadfast. Super Vandal. This is just my Super Vandal. It's basically my designated, this is useful and good gun. Totally non-gimmicky. Some people would put hunter munitions in here, but I use this one just to stack fire more often. This one is the handy thing on Super Vandal as well, as far as this specific build goes, which will give us energy when it goes off every so often. Our main kind of weapon for this video, though, the Prismome is another one where I'll show it to you, but it's not really what we're using. Our main one here is the Sepulchrum, also not a common pick by any means. This particular one is what I called a universal build for it, which is just based to do heat procs to some extent. There is a ribbon in there. You would just pull that out and put in a regular damage, not damage, that's where critical damage would go normally. Oh no, it might be, yeah, it's just damage that goes in there. You can also use this version for this. This is more what I use on Sevagoth, but that just inflicts more consistent status if you're an ability spamming type Warframe. Over here, our companion is Subwoofer. Isn't he lovely? Can we get Houndskins D at some point? I mean, they're very, very basic. I would like to make my hound fancy, or let me put armor on it or something. On here, this is your pretty basic synergized prospectus plus manifold bond for priming. We've got reinforced bond on here. That's where you do need the Vigor on Banshee, is to get the fire rate boost off of this. Equilibrium Audience, that's just some more crowd controls to help out our survival. If you don't want to use the Hound for some reason and you want to up your energy a little bit more, go grab the Death Cube that I had in my Sevagoth video. That'll spit out lots of energy and also be relatively effective. Anyways, we got some Steel Path Grenadier across the room there. I believe the dog shot them with a spark. pick up my energy here. So normally we're gonna have a silence. We will go over here. Let's see how little that. Spam a couple of those. This is without armor strip. That one was a little. We'll throw you guys across the room. The dog electric, the electric from the dog killed them the second my armor strip kicked in. Alright, so quick cut in from Future Seth here. So yeah, if the sepulchrum here, with or without the ribbon, is a little outside your range, or you don't have a sepulchrum, it doesn't really matter. Kind of like Caliban, this is a turn off the armor and boasts the damage type build, so other than explosive weapons, because those won't work with the weak points as far as I'm aware. If they do, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'll give you one of those cute little hearts and a pin. We can take something such as the Euphona Prime, which is Banshee's Prime's signature gun. We can't do just anything we want here, but let's grab something. Crit's good, right? Yeah, we'll throw some. What's the other one called? Ah. Sure. Yeah, this stuff. Here, we'll try this without even putting the potato in it. This is a shotgun, right? Nope. No, it's a okay. He's just gonna do his thing, but yeah. This is a level 195 steel path with a gun that doesn't even have prime mods or half the mods or form in it. So yeah, not reliant on the gun with the ribbon in it at all, and the sepulchrum is kind of a pain to get, though very, very fun gun to use. It has a nice feel to it, much more so than this thing. That's all. Let's bring these guys back up. Here, we'll make this sporting this time, even. Yeehaw, motherfuckers. This all fire in the sepulchrum will lock onto a single target and shoot a bunch of missiles at them. It's not very good. You have to convert to all fire, aim at the target, hope it locks on, then fire, and the missiles don't honestly do that much more damage for all that effort. Anyways, we'll see you in the Steel Path mission in a second here. Or an Archon Hunt, one of the two. I think it's an Archon Hunt I had recorded. If you're not looking for additional demonstration, remember to leave the like, follow, subscribe for more. Next build video, I think, is Atlas, coming out with Jade Shadows. There should be a Jade Shadows playthrough as well. We got some other Let's Plays of other games if you're into that. And the next sort of general Warframe video has got to do with Bane mods and the damage meta. And we will catch you then. Alright, so let's hop over into some Steel Path here. What we got on the dockets here today. How about fissures? Let's go do an Orkin Exterminate. Or we'll go do the Sedna one. Yeah. One he's vaulted right. And we'll hop right in here.
Your enemies have grown own fears. You have
Immediately
all
energy. I'll throw down one of these just in case we get a
The
sculpture.
reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. Void fissures.
All right.
You need them to open a relic, but are you confident you can withstand their fury? My intel suggests there are
Oh,
rich
what
enemy
happened?
supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk. You found a fissure. Look out for reactant. Collect reactant to open your relic. Be aware. Only corrupted enemies will drop it. The reactant is working on your relic. Find more.
I have some more reactant back here, right? Oh. Oh, why am I an operator? There we go. Once it comes out in Jade Shadows, I would strongly suggest carrying a magnet weapon just to chop through those Xmas a little better. Okay, we've got stuff to do over here. Remember that thing I said that the energy sometimes gets a little dicey? Arc traps are also annoying as fuck. Anyways. Oh, it's the real one. This could be interesting. Yeah, we're not gonna fight you in this room. That's for fucking sure.
Our sentence is death. Your shadow powers are useless.
That. Stop running around, thank you.
No, this is not possible.
Isn't he entertaining? How do I get this door open? Like, seriously, where's the switch? You guys hiding the switch? Oops. Oh, finally it opened. Okay. Like, the door's supposed to open when you kill Soccer. Silly game. Oh, hey, Subwoofer's back. But yeah, if you notice them try and shoot arc traps or something before they go off, they're actually kind of dangerous on Steel Path. It's like the one thing that can kill Gauss.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. A coolant cell has been extracted.
Now, where's the cell? Looks like I haven't done that Grenier thing in a while. Yeah, you can come find me. I hate that too.
A fuel cell has been placed in the coolant system. Restarting the reactor will produce hazardous magnetic activity.
Problems. Stupid acolyte. Part of this is me specifically rushing so I don't make the recording too long. If I was doing this in a slightly more measured and deliberate way, it'd be even better.
Guard the console and prevent lockdowns while the fuel erodes the coolant system.
Alright. You ever trying to farm Xmas kills, by the way, if you do the magnet version of this? It spawns a whole pile of extra Xmas. Anyways, there's our mission done. Just keep things short. I'm gonna cut the recording here. You don't need to see the whole run to the extraction.
Is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
And remember, if you haven't already, do the like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. Feel free to suggest new stuff you want to see. The next one is penciled in to be Atlas alongside Jade Shadows, but other than that, we're kind of open to suggestions here. And we will catch you in the next one.